everybody. Tom Barnes Stories from the 78. Happy weekend. Have you had a chance to go outside yet? I mean, when you're done with this video, and I appreciate you watching these videos, you might want to go outside. It is absolutely stunning. Despite what the weirdos in Washington think, this city is beautiful. And we have Retro on Roscoe in Roscoe Village this weekend, the 30th annual Retro on Roscoe. I talk about music, food, art, vintage vibe. I mean, going back to yesteryear when things were simpler. At least that's what we tell ourselves every time we do something like that. But either way, the festival is going on now through the end of Sunday into the evening there. So you're not missing the Bears game or anything like that. I'm talking to Brian Couch. He's the VP of Roscoe Neighbors now. Brian, man, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Thanks for having us.
Of course. So you guys got started yesterday, but Retro on Roscoe in full swing starting today through Sunday evening, right?
Yeah, full swing today. So Friday is kind of, I wouldn't call it a light day, just slightly different. So the cars aren't set up. We actually do this really cool thing with, we have a junior board for the Roscoe Village neighbors as well. So they did the first ever Roscoe Village Olympics,
Oh,
as
cool.
well as a movie night last night. But for
What was the
Saturday and
movie?
Sunday, that kid zone kind of turns into, a huge inflatable area. Typical
Oh,
kind of play zone for the kids. So
well, with it
yeah,
being
but
Retro on Roscoe, what was the movie you guys showed?
actually we showed Wild Robot. So, you know, I
But
was
yeah,
a
it was,
big proponent of like we should do Goonies or something, but no,
yes. I mean,
we had to do crowd pleaser.
my 13-year-old son, his favorite movie is Goonies, so I feel like I'm doing well by him.
Yes, absolutely, you are. Sorry, I,
So for
I
folks that never
respect that.
been, yeah, thank you. For folks that never been to Retro on Roscoe, it plays into the name retro, right? So this is kind of like a throwback, going a little back in time when things were like, perhaps at least we tell ourselves simpler times back in the day
Yeah,
versus what's
yeah,
going on
absolutely.
now, right?
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting how it started. So, Roscoe Village Neighbors started in '88.
Hmm.
And the group that started it was kind of let's call them interested kind of activists in the neighborhood, right? Some real estate agents, some local businesses, some bar owners. But they found that the common thread that they all really had was a love of classic cars.
Ah,
So Retro and Roscoe actually started around '88 as kind of a car show. And then it progressed, with the stage and, more music and different activities, and that's when it became Retro on Roscoe in '95. So
wow.
we're actually celebrating the 30th anniversary of that this year.
Yeah. Is there anything specifically special about this year, the 30th, that you guys are celebrating versus other years?
Um, the kind of the format has worked so well over the years that really we found that changing anything just, sets one group off or not. So it's kind of
Ah,
the standard, just classic retro.
the old
Other
don't.
than, yeah, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, I mean, really the only difference is we have a nice 30th logo on our shirts this year, but the rest of it is kind of par for the course.
And as far as you mentioned the classic cars, and you're walking the path right now, literally you're about to
Hmm.
go into a team breakfast and hang out. Do you mind just showing
Yeah,
me a little bit of the footprint, if you will? I know it's not technically open just yet. What time do you guys open today?
as we open at noon today.
Okay.
And right behind me here is the West Stage. So last night we had 16 candles on that. So that was actually packed from the
Oh, I bet.
stage all the way to the beer tent right here behind me. So one of the bigger crowds that we've had, which is great.
And as far as other things that you guys have going besides the classic cars and music, you have different kind of vendors and all that stuff. Why don't you run through that a little bit, if you would?
Yeah, sure. It's just the classic Chicago street fair. So lots of great local foods, lots of kind of activations by local businesses, lots of promotions. And local artisans.
Hmm.
So some really cool options. Last year, we experimented with having kind of an art fest in the middle of the street, which went
That's
really
kind of
well.
fun.
So yeah, we're doing that again. We had a lot of interested artists coming back this year too. But it's kind of the standard tent setup along the block.
Yeah, look at that.
It's great on Roscoe because, it's such a wide street.
Yep.
So, lots of room to get around and accommodate a bunch of people. So,
So it's on Roscoe, obviously, but where
Mhm.
between what and what on Roscoe?
So we're between Damon and Oakley on Roscoe.
Oh yeah, perfect. And I was reading through the roster that you guys have. You have some really awesome like cover bands like the Two Fighters and
Hmm.
you and the Dancing Queen, the ABBA band. But then I saw the Buckinghams that you guys had yesterday. Is that the Buckinghams from Chicago?
That is the
Like
Buckinghams.
kind of a
Yeah.
drag and that stuff?
Yep.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
absolutely. Yeah, and that was a special thing for this year, I guess. So, um, yeah, usually, it's just the kind of standard cover bear fare. But it was really cool to have, an original artist from the 60s. Um, I was laughing to myself because I was thinking what was 30 years before 1995, 1965, and the Buckingham's first hit actually came out in 66. So they've been
Wow.
around for a while.
They have been. And I played Little League Baseball with one of those guys' sons. I don't
Oh, really? Nice.
I think his name was Vince, but yeah, he was a good second baseman back in the day in the old Palos Hills growing up. Um,
Yeah.
this seems like a lot of fun, and I imagine like any street fest in Chicago, donations are welcome. Obviously, going to
Hmm.
help beautify the neighborhood. I think a lot of people, a little bit of that messaging has been lost over the years of why there is a
Yeah.
donation. It's to help the neighborhood be great, right? It's why people love Roscoe
Yeah.
Village and other neighborhoods throughout the city.
Absolutely. And we're a little bit unique in the sense that we are a neighborhood association, so we're 100% volunteers. So we're not the Chamber of Commerce, right? So all the money that we raise literally goes back into the neighborhood. So
And
that goes to local schools, via donations. We actually do educational grants as well. We do the beautification. We do an extra garbage pickup. Not the sexiest thing in the world, but it is
hey, but
nice.
you got to pay for bathrooms and garbage pickup, right? You have to.
Right. Yeah, and then we do some other larger events, like for instance, in Halloween we do a block party, which is from Damon to Hoyne, and we that's a completely free event. So it's kind of our thank you to the neighborhood, and there's about 3,000 people that show up and
Wow.
trick or treating and lots of fun.
Truly showing, I mean, the best of what Chicago is. I feel, especially given that it's a volunteer organization, you're all into
Hmm.
it because you just love where you live. And I feel like that needs to
Absolutely.
be conveyed a little bit more to the
Hmm.
rest of the nation and world that Chicago is this place of beautiful things and beautiful people, right? And we
Yeah,
love our city and we love to talk about it, right?
absolutely. It's a city of neighborhoods, and you got to take care of yours. So that's what we do.
Absolutely. Well, I won't keep you any longer, but again, you guys
Hmm.
open up at noon today till what time?
Till 10 tonight, and
Till
then
10.
noon to 8 tomorrow.
Right, and you're not missing the Bears game because Bears are on Monday, so everything's all good, right?
It was very convenient for them to schedule around us. So they actually they sponsored the Junior Board Olympics last night.
Oh,
So
look
they
at
gave us
that.
some autographed memorabilia and handed that out as prizes. So that was really cool.
Very cool. Well, Brian, thanks
Hmm.
a lot for taking time to chat with me. I hope is that a morning beer that you're having right there? Are you already hitting the
Oh
weekend hard,
no,
or is that
it's
like
one of
a
those
liquid
standard
death things?
liquid death thing. Yeah.
Got it. Well,
So
you're just getting hydrated for later on. So good for
yeah,
you.
absolutely. It's a long day.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with me, Brian. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much.